Hello, it's time for another lesson, and this one is another discovery ready lesson, just like that website lesson about building that wonderful house that we will eventually invite people into, or that we are inviting people into with your content. We're going to talk about social media now. We're going to talk about sharing your content and how to do that in the best possible way. This principle that we're going to talk about right now is one click away and sharing that right click. The principle applies not only to your website, which we just designed, which we did very, very well, but also everything else you set up. So when you designed your website and I talked you through everything, I talked you through having something there for every audience and everything they could possibly need right there at the top of your website. That's so that they don't have to click many, many times to kind of search for what they're looking for. This is going to be the case every time you share content as well. If you say, I have a new video, I want people to click once and see the video, right? If you say, I have a new poem, I want people to click once and see the poem. I don't want them to have to search around because people give up so fast. They give up so fast. Think about it for yourself. If you are taking a chance on a piece of content, if you're taking a chance on a video on a band you've never heard of, you're probably not going to want to sit through like a 45-second ad. You're probably like, okay, I didn't want to do this anyway. I'm giving up. You have to give people the content immediately. You have to assume that your audience is lazy and busy and foolish. You have to assume that they can't figure out how to use the internet. This is something that I bring with me from my career as a journalist. I was a reporter and I found that websites are impossible to use. I found that finding content on the internet is really, really difficult, and I did not understand why, and that the reason that I made a very good reporter was that I was willing to spend a stupid amount of time trying to dig through and find people's email addresses and find the content that people were trying to share but doing a very bad job doing. If you can be that person who makes that stuff easy to find, you are going to get through the static of the internet. You are going to get through the static of all of it and make it all right to the top. So that's what we're going to make it through during this module. The other principles, other than just being one click away, which I will explain to you how to do, you also really want to be visual. Okay, you need to appeal to an audience of readers, an audience of people who just look at pictures, an audience of people who like video, an audience of people who like audio, and an audience of people who don't like audio at all. Okay, so you need to assume that all of those different kinds of people are looking at your content. And in addition to being one click away for everything, you also need to have only one click, right? You need to have, make sure you're only asking for one call to action every time you post things. You need to not have a post on Facebook that's like, hey, by the way, everybody, this is, click here to watch my video. And also if you like it, click here to give me money. And also if you like that, click here to do this thing. Because if people see like a list of stuff to do, they may just be like, okay, too much stuff. I'll come back to this later. And they're never going to come back. I'll tell you that many times. They're not going to come back. Okay. So one click away, visual, one call to action. It is your job to do the hard work of getting your art into the eyes and the ears and the hearts of your consumers. Okay. The hard work is on you. And if you're the person who's doing that hard work, your art is going to be the stuff that climbs to the top and cuts through the static. Okay, let's get into this module.